We now go live.
The following is a presentation of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network, KZMC McCook. Listen online at 1021kzmc.com and the 1021 KZMC mobile app. This is high school basketball. Sponsors of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network include
Acres Equipment of McCook, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Breinig Truck and Trailer, Cambridge Telephone, Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Crabelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links, Doyle Auto Repair in McCook, First Central Bank, First State Insurance of Cambridge, Foster Sales, Hilltop Seeds, Cali Nelms, Hitch and Hay Public Transit, Hogemeyer Seeds, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, Huxell Seeds, Lifetime Eye Care, Lock and Hour Jones Mortuary, Mark's Pharmacy and Shirley K's Coffee Shop, Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, M&B Bank, NC Plus Hybrids, Marty Schaefer, Nebraska Corn Processing, Pinpoint Communications, Quality Urgent Care, River Valley Services, Runza Restaurant, Samway Floor Covering and Furniture, Southwest Farm and Auto, Stockman's Bank, Taco John's, Tri-Valley Health System, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, Tromke Construction, Valmont Irrigation, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oil Field Service, and Western Select Genetics.
with the start of game day coverage. Here's Trent Florham.
Welcome once again to the Taco John's pregame show here on True Country Radio, 1021 KZMC. I am Trent Florham, and this afternoon we have high school boys basketball between the Maxwell Wildcats and the Cambridge Trojans. The Wildcats are 2-8 on the season and enter the contest on a 5-game losing streak. They have only played 2 teams with losing records this season, winning both games. They defeated Highline 55-51 and Brady 63-49. They took on South Loop last night, losing, amazingly, the same score that the girls did, 52-30. The Trojans entered the contest at 6-6 and have now won 4 of their last 5 games. They took on the Sutherland Sailors last night. The Trojans were red hot in the first quarter and led 20-2 after 1. Quarter 2 saw both teams dump in 12 points, and the Trojans led 32-14 at the half. The Trojans remained hot in the third quarter, winning the quarter 13-7 to take a 45-21 lead into the final quarter. Sutherland would outscore the Trojans 9-7 in the fourth to make the final score Cambridge 52, Sutherland 30. Carson Tromke and Brady Allmeyer were the Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game. We will take a break, and when the Taco John's pregame show continues, we will be joined by Maxwell Wildcat head coach Quinn Connor, and it's all right here on True Country Radio, 1021 KZMC.
Honeyman Custom Chopping does more than just silage work, such as chopping, bagging, and packing. They do that very well, but Honeyman also specializes in swathing, merging, manure hauling, and grain hauling. Call Honeyman Custom Chopping today for a conversation about pricing and availability for your operation. Call 737-9159. That's 308-737-9159. And see their Facebook page to see some of their work. Honeyman Custom Chopping of Indianola, 308-737-9159.
More Taco John's Courtside continues now from the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Taco John's pregame show here on True Country Radio, 1021 KZMC. I am Trent Florham. Joining me now is Maxwell Wildcat head coach Quinn Connor. And, Coach, thanks for taking the time to be here on the Taco John's pregame show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, how's the injury bug treated you guys so far this season? Everybody get through football and the first part of basketball season healthy?
I mean, a little bit. We had some kind of, some bad luck or just luck in general, but one of our returners had a total reconstruction of his knee in May. So he's kind of been getting him back to somewhat decent health has been a process. And then we had a kid that was, come off the bench a couple minutes here and there, and he ends up getting his ankle slipping on some ice over a week. So, just stuff like that you can account for. But for the most part, we've been okay as far as just kind of nagging in. So.
Well, let's take a look ahead here. Coming up, you guys got the RPAC tournament starting next Saturday. You're on the east side, and that might be the toughest side in the boys division of when you got, I figure, Hitchcock County, Paxton, Maywood Hayes Center, Dundee County, Stratton, all up there with great records. Talk to us about the RPAC and how tough it is, and how you see you guys doing in the tournament.
Yeah, I mean, RPAC pretty much every year, as far as Class D and C2 or D2 basketball goes, and Nebraska is about as competitive as you get. And the West side this year is it doesn't really matter at this point where you're at. You're going to have to play one or two really good teams to get where you want to be. So we're not really too worried about our seeding. Just knowing whoever we get matched up with after Saturday when they come up with it is going to be a tough one no matter what. We'll just take it one game at a time and see where we're at from that.
You are listening to the Taco John's pregame show. I am Trent Florham visiting with Maxwell Wildcat head coach Quinn Connor. And Coach, you guys had I don't know if you call it the misfortune, I guess, of playing Maywood Hayes Center on Tuesday night. One of the best teams in the state, if not the best in D1. They're loaded over there. So talk to us about that Maywood Hayes Center ball game. Yeah,
I mean, they present a lot of challenges. We actually came out pretty well. I thought we first quarter competed with them and slight advantage they had at the end of the first quarter, and did some that kind of caused some problems I thought for them. But their length and just athleticism just kind of wears on you, and they're going to have a run at some point in the game, and we weren't able to minimize that run. It kind of just snowballed, and then with a team like that, you can't play for whatever advantage or score or whatever hole. So it's really possible to fight back from a double point difference there. They got on us early in the third quarter, and it was kind of a wrap from there. But they're one of the more athletic teams that I've seen in quite a while, especially in this area.
Well, tonight you're going to take on the Cambridge Trojans, a team you're going to see once a year, another RPAC foe. Talk to us about Cambridge, what you know about them, and how do you guys get the W here today?
Yeah, absolutely. They're a well-coached team. Coach Shepard, good coaching friend of mine. We kind of go back in the days when we used to play against each other in college is when I first met him. But, we got those kids playing hard for them. Obviously, we lost a lot of experienced kids from last year that have been playing for a lot. But, we still got the Kromke kid who's a really good athlete and can shoot it from the outside. And they got the Wood kid in the middle that's going to present problems just because of his sheer size. They have some young kids that play super hard. So, definitely have to strap up and be ready to go on the defensive end, and hopefully some shots fall our way on the offensive end. But, we're not expecting anything other than just a grind fest with them, and hopefully we are ready for the challenge.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for taking the time to be here on the Taco John's pregame show. I want to wish you good luck tonight and also throughout the rest of your season.
Yes, thank you.
That was Maxwell Wildcat head coach Quinn Connor. We're going to take a quick break, and when the Taco John's pregame show continues, we will hear what Cambridge Trojan head coach Clay Shepard had to say following last night's game against Sutherland, and all the actions right here on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
You don't have to wait in line for your prescription and over-the-counter medications. Stop by Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge today, and you'll see the difference. Whether you have a new prescription, need a refill, or would like to transfer your prescription, you will be in and out in minutes with your prescription in hand and your mind at ease. We also offer free daily deliveries to many local areas. If you would like more information about how Mark's Pharmacy can save you time and money, feel free to give us a call at 697-3400. Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge. Like us on Facebook today.
Let's sit down with a head coach. This is the Taco John's pregame show.
Once again, I am Trent Florham. I'm joined now by Cambridge Trojan head coach Clay Shepard. Coach, a big win tonight against Sutherland. This is 3 in a row.
Yeah, kind of crazy. If you'd asked me right before Christmas break if we'd ever win 3 games in a row, I don't know what my answer would have been, but we've kind of hit a nice little groove here. Like we were talking about off air, we're starting to shoot the ball a little bit better. Carson has put a lot of time in the gym, and it's nice to see that start paying off. And then Brady's kind of been due to hit a few, and he hit a few tonight as well. But the nice thing has been throughout the whole stretch, even when our offense was struggling a little bit, the defense has been pretty solid. And that's really what carried us again tonight, especially in that first quarter. It led to some easy buckets for us. We didn't really give them a clean look at the hoop. Even the one that went in was a contested shot. So I'm really proud of the guys' defensive effort from the jump. And then, we played a ton of guys, which is great because we got a big one again tomorrow night.
Yes, you do. And tonight, like I said, Carson went off for 18 points tonight. Might be a season high, I think, for him right now. It's not a career high, I know that, but a season high, I believe, at 18 points. he's really playing really well, not only just shooting and defensively, but dishing the ball off, seeing the open guy right now.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that as his shot has come along more, he's also started seeing the floor better. Everything has kind of clicked for him. He's kind of figured out his role as both a scorer and a distributor, which is something we really need from him. We need him to set other guys up because he's the most experienced, the most talented off the dribble of our guys, and he's doing a really nice job of setting other guys up. He got Braden a layup tonight. He got Brody a couple layups tonight. He got Brady a couple of those threes. So he just needs to keep doing that. He's going to draw a lot of attention, and I think early in the season that kind of surprised him, but he's really adjusted to it. And, he had 18 points and probably only played, 16, 17 minutes tonight. So that's really efficient.
Right. And, watching Mr. Allmeyer tonight, I mean, he really looks like he's picked up the speed of the game, his confidence level, just the look in his eyes. I mean, he shot a couple of threes from across from here, and the look in his eyes, I mean, just looks like it's just like confidence. He knows it's going in right when he lets it go.
Yeah, we made a switch kind of right around Christmas time. We really realized that our defense goes as Brady goes, which is, again, we talked about this before, kind of a weird thing for to say about a freshman, but he loves taking on the responsibility guarding the other team's best player, and it's kind of funny that as we've given him more responsibility on the defensive end, he's kind of taken it upon himself to take more on the offensive end.
Right.
And it just gets him engaged in the game. When he's locked in on defense, I think he kind of gets confidence from that, and then his offense gets going. But, yeah, he's a pretty talented player. We're lucky to have him on our team.
Maverick Webb, another one that stepped up for you, I thought, tonight. I kind of watched him in the JV game. And actually, ever since the Crawford game, when he hit them 2 threes, finally got that monkey off his back, got the threes going in, he's looked more confident, too. He played with a lot of speed tonight. I thought he played faster than he has all season.
I completely agree. I think defensively he's really starting to move his feet really well. Offensively, as the confidence is coming, he's starting to just fly down the floor. He's playing with his eyes up. And then he's not afraid to let him fly right now either. He's playing with confidence. Like you said, he hit those 2 against Crawford, and he's kind of been a different shooter ever since then. That's been great to see. He's another one we're really excited about. Really all 4 of these freshmen, they've been playing a lot of minutes for us all year, but they're all just kind of, getting more used to high school basketball and getting more used to, okay, this is when I can shoot. I'm not going to get that one off. That one's going to get blocked. This is how I can guard guys. I can move my feet against a lot of these guys.
Right.
But I got to make sure I close out perfect and do other things right. So we're really excited about how those freshmen are coming along. And it was good to have Markel back tonight as well.
Yes. I was going to bring him up next.
Yeah, first action of the year. He wasn't very happy with how the JV game went. I told him, man, you just started practicing on Monday, and
yes.
You just started doing physical therapy and getting that thing right, and so it's going to take him a little bit to get really back to where he was this summer, which was a pretty high level. But he flashed it a little bit tonight. He ran that one pick and roll, threw a little fake pass, and got a little floater to go. He's a talented kid as well, and it's going to be great to just continue to work him back in along with all those other guys.
You can tell he wants so bad to get that first 3, get that, and he's kind of rushing his shots maybe just a little bit. I think when he settles into the game, gets going, it's going to be another good player for you on the floor.
Yeah, I mean that's really his calling card is that shooting, and it's kind of funny that his first bucket was a layup, and he was 0 for 4 or 5, whatever it was, from 3 tonight because him and Carson were up here this morning, and I was watching him shoot for a little bit, and we have the little tracker on the gun, and they were at like 60% from 3, and it was just both of them, boom, boom, boom. And so, when he gets, again, up to speed with the game, that shot's going to be a weapon for us. It's really, really going to be handy down the stretch.
As you said, tomorrow, another big game, Maxwell coming up. Let's talk about Maxwell a little bit. They're 2-8 on the season. Had a tough game tonight with South Loop. So, I mean, that's, maybe tired coming in tomorrow after a big game like that. But this is a team that's still got talent on this team. And, I mean, it's not going to be walking in there and step on the floor and win this ballgame. You got to play tomorrow.
Yeah, no doubt. They're way better than their record. We kind of said the same thing last year. They just play a really tough early season schedule. And Coach Connor and I are kind of buddies, and we talk about it. And he's the AD there now, and I said, "Are you gonna get that schedule fixed?" And he said, "Well, it doesn't need fixed. We need these challenges."
Right.
Last year they went into their sub district then and won it as the 4 seed just because they were so battle tested, and so they like that, and maybe catch some people off guard because of their record, but. Yeah, they're still very talented. They lost their point guard who had been their point guard for 4 years, and so it's kind of adjustment the first couple of games, it looked like. But Robinson is shooting the ball at a really high level. He's a lefty. He has a lot of size, and he can get that shot off over pretty much anybody. So that's going to be a big matchup for us tomorrow. I think he's shooting 33-34% on like 7 attempts a game, so he's getting them up, and they're going in. And then Cheek down low, he had a huge game a week or two ago, he had 26 points, and he just does all of his work in the paint. I remember him and Dalton battling pretty good last year. So Brody's going to have to be ready for that challenge tomorrow. It's obviously going to be a little bit different. We had him guarding a little bit on the perimeter tonight, but he's going to have to be ready to take on that challenge down low, box him out, give him no easy ones, and make him work for everything he gets. Beyond those guys, Huffman's been playing pretty well. He's been shooting the ball pretty good. And then they just have some guys who've been role players in the past who are kind of like our guys, taking on bigger roles right now. And so they're kind of working through some growing pains with that, kind of like we are. But it's going to be a battle. Again, looking at the records is probably a poor way to approach this game. You got to kind of remember last year, these are the same guys who battled us, and it was a 1-point game going to the fourth quarter, minus their point guard. So it's going to be a battle. It's going to be a tough one. We're going to have to be ready to go. But there's also a lot on the line, and we talked to the guys a little bit about that coming into this weekend.
Let's go! The following is a presentation of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network, KZMC McCook. Listen online at 1021kzmc.com and the 1021 KZMC mobile app. This is high school basketball on the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Back out to Carson Tromke, makes a shot fake, gets inside, puts a shot up and in. Carson Tromke with 6 for the Trojans. Rebound, Detterding puts a shot up and in. He's going to drive inside, elbow shot, banks it in. Back up top, J.C. Kent. Wide open 3, buries it.
Let's go courtside. Here's Trent Florum.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florum here with you, along with August Miller back at the studio. Here's your starting lineup for tonight's ball game. They went a little quick on us on the pregame here. So first ball for the Wildcats, number 2, a 5'9" junior, Tice Cumming. Number 4, a 6'3" senior, Ty Robinson. Number 11, a 6'5" sophomore, Easton Jones. Number 20, a 6'2" junior, Levi Huffman. And number 44, a 6'3" senior, Taylor Cheek. Head coach Quinn Connor, assistant coach Jared Meinheit for the Wildcats. For the Trojans tonight, a 6' junior, Carson Tromke. Number 12, a 6'2" senior, Will Taylor. Number 13, a 6' junior, Ben Hoverty. Number 14, a 5'6" freshman, Brady Allmeyer. And number 22, a 6'4" junior, Brody Wood. Head coach Clay Shepard, assistant coach Bronson Wood for the Trojans. Wood jumping up for the Trojans, going to be controlled by the Wildcats. Cheek out jumped him. First, one of the few times that Wood got out jumped this season. Jones with it on the right wing, gets it down the corner to Robinson inside. Turnaround jumper by Cheek, it's up and in. Wildcats on the board first, 2-0. Maxwell got a good starting 5, but the bench isn't real deep here tonight. Hoverty over to Allmeyer down the corner. This is Will Taylor. 3 on the way. Buries it. Will Taylor hits a 3. Trojans up by 1 here in the early going. 1 possession by each team. Trojans have it 3-2. Jones going to work to the right side. Going to hand it off to Robinson. Robinson working against Tromke. And gets it inside at the free throw line. This is Cheek working against Wood. Gets it down inside. Jones working against Taylor. Shots up. Won't go. And a rebound pulled down by Ben Hoverty. Hoverty quickly up the floor now. Finds Brady Allmeyer on the wing. Down to Carson Tromke. 3 out of the corner. Buries it. Trojans with 2 straight threes, and they're up 6-2. Jones will walk it up the floor for the Wildcats. They had a tough game last night against South Lou. Lost that one 52-30. Jones working to the right side. He's going to be picked up by Hoverty. Now drives inside. Down the lane. Misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Tromke. Tromke quickly up the floor. Trojans trying to set the pace here. Gets down inside. Nice pass inside to Hoverty. He's bumped. Gets it back out to Wood. Wood turns around. Gets it out to Will Taylor. Taylor down the lane. Kicks it out to Allmeyer. 3 on the way from the corner. Misses it. The first miss for the Trojans tonight. Rebound comes down to number 20, Levi Huffman. Huffman down the lane. Lays it up and in. 6-4. Trojans up by 2. Allmeyer bring it up for the Trojans. He'll cross the line here. Goes the left side to Hoverty. Defense is a 1-3-1 for the Wildcats. Trojans have been playing man-to-man. Taylor inbounded off the far side after the pass. Got knocked away. Going to get it into Allmeyer. Top of the key. Goes left side to Tromke. Right side, Back up. Hoverty going to take the 3. Hesitate a little bit. He banks it in. Hoverty with the bank is wide open here on Saturday, and it's 9-4 Trojans. 6 minutes left here in the opening period. Teams battling back and forth. Huffman bringing it up now for the Wildcats. Working against Allmeyer. Gets it off to Cumming. Tice Cumming on the right side goes to Jones. Jones down in the corner to Robinson inside. Cheek working against Brody Wood. Turn around jumper blocked by Wood. Hoverty scoops up the loose ball. Gets it off to Tromke. Him and Allmeyer run together, but Tromke able to pick it up. Here's Hoberty with the right side. Down in the corner, Will Taylor for another three. Off the rim, this one won't go. Cheek gets the rebound for the Wildcats. Kicks it out to Jones on the outlet. He'll bring it up the floor slowly. Across the timeline, middle of the floor. Works past Will Taylor. Gets in the left side. This is Cumming. Cumming working against Hoberty. Gets inside. And he's going to be double teamed. Now guarded by Hoberty. Wood backs off. 3 seconds. 3-second call against Cumming. And we got to watch this. That was almost a technical. Referees telling him don't slam the ball down. Just about got a technical there on Cumming. 9-4 Trojans. 5:10 left here in the opening period. Hoberty with the ball going left to right across your radio dial. Down the corner, Tromke for three. He's got it. 2 straight threes for Carson Tromke. The Trojans jump out to a 12-4 lead. Timeout by the Wildcats. We'll take a break to be right here with more high school basketball on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
See Corbelli Physical Therapy in Cambridge on Main Street to help you get the most out of your life. Hometown expert pain management and rehabilitation services are located in the heart of downtown Cambridge. Come into Corbelli Physical Therapy and ask about dry needling. It's just one of the techniques used for treatment of pain and movement impairments. Learn more by stopping into Corbelli Physical Therapy at 706 Patterson in Cambridge or call for an appointment anytime to 697-4211. That's 697-4211.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Form back here with you along with August Miller back in the studio. 12-4. Trojans jump out to the early lead here in the first quarter. Behind some hot shooting from behind the arc. All points coming from behind the arc. 4 3-pointers for the Trojans. Levi Huffman to inbound it for the Wildcats. Will get it into Easton Jones. Into the ball game, Trevor Cohn, number 12, a 6'2 senior, checked into the ball game for the Wildcats. Jones works to the left side, hands it off to Cumming. Back over to Cohn. Right side, this is number 20. Huffman going to drive inside. He's going to be fouled by Allmeyer. First foul of the night belongs to the Trojans. And they're going to send Huffman to the line to shoot two. Reekers Equipment at McCook, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Brining Truck and Trailer, Cambridge Telephone. Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Corbelli Physical Therapy, and Cross Creek Golf Links bringing you the ball game. Huffman misses the first one. Doyle Auto Repair, McCook, First Central Bank, First State Insurance of Cambridge, Foster Sales of Bartley, Hitchin A Public Transit, Hilltop Seeds, Callie Nilms, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, and Huxall Seeds, also sponsors here this evening. Huffman's second one rolls around, won't go. Will Taylor pulls down the rebound. Out to Tromke on the outlet. Tromke across the timeline, right side. Go back up top, the key to Hoberty. Hoberty comes right side. This is Allmeyer. Back up to Hoberty. Hoberty thought about the three. Gets it off to Allmeyer. He'll take the three. Misses the shot. Rebound comes down to number 12, Cohn for the Wildcats. Out to Jones. Jones on the right wing. Then dribble back up top. Set the offense up from the top of the key. Going to work to the left side. He's going to drive down the lane. Kicks it back out to Cumming. He gets inside. Stopped by Hoberty. Gets it back out to Cheek. Cheek on the wing. Over to Cohn. Cohn gets it off to Huffman, now to Jones. Jones working inside. Got to pass inside to Cheek. He can't handle the pass. It's going to be Trojan basketball. 4:06 left in the opening period. Trojans lead at 12-4. Some hot shooting. 4 of 6 right now from behind the arc are the Trojans. Hoberty. Back to Allmeyer here on the right side. Up top, back to Hoberty. Down in the corner, Will Taylor. He's hit 2 threes already. Or should be just one. He's 1 of 2. Here's Tromke. Back up top to Allmeyer. Over to Hoberty. Going to take the three. And it's in and out. Won't go. Brody Wood with the rebound. Can't get the shot to go. Wanted the foul right there. Didn't get it. Cohn comes down with the rebound from Maxwell. Kicks it out to Jones on the outlet. He'll bring it across the timeline. Middle of the floor. Works to the right side. Hands it off. Or the left side. Hands it off to Cohn. Back to Jones here. Left side up high. Trying to get the screen. Didn't come off of it. Works to the left side. Spin move. Working against Taylor. Down the lane. Left-handed shot. Won't go. Brody Wood rips down the rebound. Tromke here on the right side. Back up top to Allmeyer. Allmeyer will go to Hoberty on the left side up high. Back to Allmeyer. Wide open. Didn't take the three. He's missed a couple, so he's getting maybe a little confidence shaking right there, but he's got to keep shooting the ball. Allmeyer. Back to Hoberty. Back to Allmeyer. Wide open. Gets it to Tromke in the corner. Three on the way. Tromke misses the shot. Rebound comes down to Easton Jones. First miss by Tromke here tonight. He'd been 2 of 2 from behind the arc. Jones. The work up top. Stopped by Taylor. Gets it off to Cone. Left side it comes Cumming. Working around. Going to hand it off to Hoffman. He's guarded by Allmeyer. Hoffman goes inside. Cheek. Working against Brody Wood. Kicks it back up top to Jones. Jones drives down the lane. Kicks it off to Cheek. We're going to have a foul beforehand, though. It's going to be on the floor. Will Taylor's going to pick up the foul. His first second-team foul. Wildcats have yet to foul tonight. Ty Robinson checks back in. Easton Jones would go out for the Wildcats. Robinson gets it in. This is Cheek. Back up top it comes to Cumming. Cumming on the right wing. Looking around. Going to hand it off to Huffman. Huffman guarded by the freshman Allmeyer. Gets a screen from Robinson. Tries to drive by him. Tromke helps out and stops him. Robinson goes inside to Cheek. Middle of the lane. Working against Brody Wood. Nice defense there. Puts a shot up. It won't go. And they're going to have a foul here. See, this is on. Might be on Brody Wood. It is his first. So Cheek at the free throw line to shoot 2 for the Wildcats. Shots on the way. He swishes it. Cheek's got 3 to lead the Wildcats now. Mark's Pharmacy, Shirley K's Coffee Shop, Lifetime Eye Care, Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, and MMB Bank bringing you today's ballgame. Cheek hits them both. He's got 4 to lead the Wildcats. It's 12-6. Trojans are up by 6. 2:15 left here in the opening period. Allmeyer over to Hoberty, left side up high. Back to Allmeyer on the right. Back to Hoberty. Back to Allmeyer. He'll take the wide open 3. Freshman can't get this one to go. Brody Wood skies up, gets the rebound, throws it away, though, right to Hoffman. And no foul call. They were hanging all over his arm there on that pass. And no foul. Maxwell still has not fouled yet here this afternoon. Huffman going to try to work to the left side. Kicks it back to Cone. Now back to Huffman on the wing. He'll drive. Going to go inside. We're going to have a foul on Allmeyer on the push. So second foul on the freshman Allmeyer. Coach Shepard not going to the bench just yet. Box set out of the Wildcats underneath their own basket. Coming to inbound it. Here on the near side. Gets it into Cone. Back up top, Huffman. Huffman working inside, and we're going to have a charge. And Huffman's going to get called for the push-off. Allmeyer stuck his chest out. Huffman ran right into him. First foul against the Wildcats. Here is Hoberty with it. Right side it comes to Allmeyer. Down the corner, Tromke. Back up to Allmeyer. Back to Hoberty. And back to Allmeyer. 1-3-1 defense here. Trojans doing a pretty good job with it. Tromke gets it down in the far corner here. Skip pass over to Hoberty. Gets it over to Will Taylor. He'll take the 3. Buries it. Will Taylor with another 3. The Trojans have 15 points, all from behind the arc. 15-6. They lead it with 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Huffman working the top of the key against Allmeyer. Allmeyer's got to be careful. He's got 2 fouls already. Surprised they haven't went to the bench. Huffman hands it off to Cumming. Back to Huffman. He's going to try to drive in, and he's going to be fouled by Allmeyer. That's going to be his 3rd. And now they're going to have to go to the bench, and now a problem arises because what do you do in the second quarter? Do you play Allmeyer and hope he doesn't get that 4th? Markel Mackey going to check into the ball game. Huffman at the free throw line. He's 0 of 2 on the afternoon. Huffman's shot on the way. He hits this one. NC Plus Hybrids, Marty Schaefer in Nebraska Corn Processing, Pinpoint Communication, Quality Urgent Care, River Valley Services, runs a restaurant, and Samway Floor Covering and Furniture, bringing you today's ball game. Jones back into the ball game for the Wildcats as Cumming takes a seat. Huffman can't hit the second one. He's 1 of 3 on the night. 15-7, Trojans with the lead. 55 seconds left. They got the ball going left to right across your radio dial. Tromke up top to Hoberty. Hoberty working on the left side. Goes down to Will Taylor in the corner. Back to Hoberty. Back up top, Tromke. Tromke back to Hoberty. Goes back to Tromke. He thought about the 3, didn't take it. Goes back over, gets Hoberty. He's on the left side up top. He's going to take the 3. He buries it. Dan Hoberty with his second 3 of the ball game. The Trojans have 18, all from behind the arc. 18-7. Here's Robinson. 3. Can't get the shot to go. Rebound comes down to Cone. He runs right into Brody Wood. No foul called. And Will Taylor's going to pull down the rebound on Cone's miss. Tromke with 15 seconds left slows it down. Trojans going to play for the last shot here. Tromke down to Mackey in the corner. Back up to Tromke. Works over to Hoverty on the left side. Hoverty back to Tromke. 3 seconds left. His three's on the way. It's off the rim. Won't go. And Hoverty tried to push it back up. Him and Wood ran together, though. After the first quarter, the Trojans lead at 18-7. We're going to take a break. Back here with quarter number 2 right after this on True Country Radio. 102.1 KZMC.
At Hogemeyer, local means something greater. From our products to our people, we know what hybrids and varieties thrive here better than anyone. And we serve our neighbors in the Western Corn Belt with nothing less than the best. World-class seed offerings, hometown pride. That's Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Call Ryan Huxell of Huxell Seeds today at 308-695-1097. That's 308-695-1097 for Huxell Seeds, 695-1097.
Get the good stuff.
Southwest Farm and Auto Supply, your local Napa dealer in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook, is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics and academic programs. They are your go-to source for Napa lubricants and filters. So remember the name you can count on when you need it now. Southwest Farm and Auto in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook.
Get the good stuff.
Napa, get the good stuff. Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studio, keeping things rolling for us. Doing a fabulous job back there. The Trojans will have the ball to start the second quarter. They also have the lead. Hoverty, Tromke, Will Taylor, Brody Wood, and Markel Mackey out there for the black and orange. Here's Mackey out of the corner, gets it back up top to Tromke. He loses the ball, went right through his hands. Ed Robinson scoops it up for the Wildcats. He'll get it off to Huffman. Huffman going to be picked up by Markel Mackey. Good to see Mackey out there. He's been out most of the season. Got his first action last night. There's Jones trying to work past Will Taylor. Gets down inside. He gets it back out. Cone hands it off to Huffman. Huffman will take the three from deep, and it's off the rim. Won't go. Tromke skies up and rings down the rebound. 18-7 Trojans. Less than 30, or just over 30 seconds gone out of this second period. Here's Tromke back to Hoverty, left side. Going to take the three. Can he get his third one? It rolls in and out. Won't go. Brody Wood gets the rebound. Fights inside. Kicks it back out to Tromke. His three's on the way, and it won't go. Rebound fought for underneath, and it's picked up by Cone for the Wildcats. Both teams hitting the boards pretty hard here. Here's Hoffman. Goes inside, loses the ball, goes out of bounds, and it's Trojan basketball. And now Mackey's grabbing that ankle that he's been injured. Maverick Webb checking into the ball game. And said Mackey just got into practice this last week, so anytime he's grabbing that ankle, you're going to take him out, make sure. They're going to be very cautious with that. These details, Coach Shepard, I'm all right. He said it just a little tweak right there. So Maverick Webb into the ball game for the first time. Here's Hoverty. Kicks it back to Tromke, back to Hoverty. Looking for Will Taylor down in the corner. Comes back up to Hoverty. Hoverty on the left wing. Back to Tromke. He'll take the wide open three and bury it. Carson Tromke has 9 points. The Trojans have 21, all from behind the arc. Hoverty, Taylor, and Tromke have 7 threes between the three of them. Here's Huffman working against Maverick Webb. Drives the baseline, puts it up and in. They might have to do something different with Huffman right there. Pretty quick and pretty good size for Maverick Webb. Here's Webb back up to Tromke. Tromke left side over to Hoverty. Thought about the three, didn't take it. Gets it back to Webb. Back up top to Tromke. Goes back to Hoverty. Hoverty gets into the elbow, kicks it back out to Will Taylor. He'll take the three out of the corner. Can't get it to go. A little bit too long. Robinson with the rebound for the Wildcats. 21-9. Trojans are up 6 minutes left in the first half. Huffman, left side to Cumming, who's checked back into the ballgame. He goes inside to Cheek. Back out to Huffman. His shot's on the way. It's off the rim. Won't go. Tromke with the rebound. Tromke pushes it up the floor. Works here to the right side on the wing. Goes back to Hoverty on the left. Hoverty to Taylor down in the corner. Back up top of Hoverty. He's going to drive inside. Going to get into the free throw line. Kicks it back out to Tromke. Top of the key. Didn't take the three. Gets it out to Webb. He'll take the three out of the corner. Maverick Webb won't go off the back of the rim. Hoverty gets the rebound. Steps inside. Goes up and he's fouled from behind. Cummings going to pick up the foul. It'll be his first second team foul for the Wildcats. And he'll send Hoverty to the free throw line to shoot two. Samway Floor Covered in Furniture, Southwest Farm and Auto, Stockman's Bank, Taco John's and McCook, Tri-Valley Health Systems, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, bringing you today's ball game. Hoverty misses the first one off the back of the rim. Dropkey Construction, Valmont Irrigation, Vera Wireless, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oilfield Service, and Western Select Genetics, Lance Shiflett. Also sponsors here this afternoon. Overdy's free throw, misses them both, and Brody Wood fighting for the rebound. Didn't get it. Cheek runs it down. So far, the Trojans have only scored from behind the arc. They lead at 21-9. 5:17 left here in the first half. Easton Jones working the right side up high. Trying to get it to Cheek. Now gets it off to Huffman. Huffman guarded by Maverick Webb. Gets it inside to Cheek. Cheek working against Brody Wood. Puts a shot up. Won't go. We're going to have a foul called here. It's going to be on Brody Wood. It'll be his second. So Taylor Cheek to the free throw line. He's 2 of 2 from there tonight. He's got 4 points. Cheek's first one. He misses it. Acres Equipment and McCook, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Browning Truck and Trailer, Cambridge Telephone. Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Corbelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links, and Doyle Auto Repair of McCook, bringing you the ball game. Cheek hits the second one. He leads him and Huffman both have 5 for the Wildcats. It's 21-10. Trojans with the lead. 4:56 left here in the first half. Hoberty left side up high, down to Taylor in the corner. Back up to Hoberty. He's going to get into the elbow. Kicks it back out to Tromke. Now to Webb. Back to Tromke. Left side it goes Hoberty. Hoberty back to Tromke. Right side up high, down to Webb in the corner. Back to Tromke. Going to work over. Hoberty has it. Down to Taylor in the corner. He'll take the three. It's too long once again. Shot the last 2 shots over the top of the rim. Robinson with the rebound. So the Trojans have only scored 3 points here in the second period. They've only given up 3, too. Easton Jones trying to drive down the lane. He's going to be fouled by Wood again. And that's going to be the third foul on Brody Wood. So Easton Jones will go to the free throw line. Braden Miller will check in. Freshman. Going to get some action, as he usually does. And Jones hits the first one. Almost stepped over the line there a little too soon. So Braden Miller, the freshman, checks in. Brody Wood will go to the bench with his third foul. Him and Brady Allmeyer both with 3 here in this first half. So a little foul trouble for the Trojans here in the early going. They lead at 21-11. Jones' second free throw, rolls around, got it, and makes it 21-12. Tromke working up top, gets it off to Hoberty. Hoberty down in the corner to Will Taylor, back up to Hoberty. Hoberty's working it around. Looks for Maverick Webb down here in the right corner, back to Tromke. Back to Hoberty. Hoberty for the wide open 3. It's off the rim, won't go. Braden Miller, the freshman, pulls down the rebound, loses it, and we're going to have a foul here on Cumming. That's going to be his second. Just a third-team foul against the Wildcats. So the Trojans have the ball underneath their own basket here on the near side. Box set. Miller and Hoberty at the blocks. Taylor and Webb up top. Going to get it into Will Taylor. Goes back to Maverick Webb. Left side up high. Tries to throw it inside. Is kicked away by Jones. Try to get it down to Miller. So Hoberty will inbound it here for the Trojans. He'll get it into Tromke. No pressure. Gets the ball on the right side up high. Goes back to Hoberty. Left side up high. Back to Tromke. Down about the 3. Gets it back to Hoberty. Now back to Tromke. Down to Maverick Webb. Back up top to Tromke. Trojans moving the ball well. Hoberty. Left side it goes to Will Taylor. Back up top to Hoberty. He's going to drive inside down the middle of the lane. Going to put the shot up. Got it, Ben Hoberty. First points the Trojans have from behind the arc tonight. 23-12. They lead it now. 3:26 left here in the first half. Jones hands it off to Cumming. Cumming working against Hoberty. Gets it off to Huffman. Inside it goes to Cheek. Working against the freshman Miller. Puts a wild shot up. Won't go. Ball tipped around. Picked up by Carson Tromke. Tromke pushing it down the floor. Gets to the right wing. Drives inside. Gets to the middle of the lane. Kicks it back out to Will Taylor. Taylor back up top to Hoberty. Now to Tromke. Right side up high. Back to Maverick Webb. Back to Tromke. Left side Hoberty. Down the corner. Will Taylor. Thought about the 3. Didn't take it. Hoberty gets it back. Works to the right side. Gets it to Tromke. Back to Maverick Webb. Back up top to Tromke. He's going to drive inside. Back out to Webb. Wide open 3 from the corner's too long. Rebound comes down to Easton Jones. Hustled his shot just a little bit right there. Takes his time. He makes it. Robinson driving inside against Tromke. Turns, shoots, can't get the shot to go. Rebound 5-4. It's picked up by Braden Miller. He'll get it off to Hoverty, and they'll bring it up the floor. 2:25 left here in the first half. 23-12. Trojans up by 11. Some hot shooting here in the first half has got the Trojans with the lead. Kind of cooled off here late in the second quarter. Here's Hoverty. Back up top to Tromke. Back to Hoverty on the left side. Down the corner to Will Taylor. Inside Braden Miller. Back to Hoverty. Down to Taylor, excuse me. Back to Hoverty. Tromke gets it back. Right side up high. Talking to Coach Shepard. Gets a play. Gets it back to Hoverty. Now to Will Taylor in the corner. Back up top to Hoverty. He'll drive. Down the middle of the lane. Lays it up again. It rolls around. Won't go. Will Taylor with the rebound. He'll put it in. 8 for Will Taylor. 25-12 with a minute 43 left here in the first half. Jones. Gonna go. He's gonna drive. He's gonna be wide open. Blocked by Hoverty. Came out of nowhere and blocked that shot. Ben Hoverty with some great defense there for the Trojans. Up the floor comes Tromke across the timeline via the pass. Gets inside. Gonna hand it off to Braden Miller. Back out. Hoverty wide open. 3. Buries it. Ben Hoverty with 11. 28-12 Trojans with a minute 15 left here in the first half. Huffman, left side it goes to Cumming. Cumming trying to go inside the cheek, but some great defense there by the freshman Miller. Won't let it happen. They get it off to Huffman. Huffman down in the corner to Robinson. Back up top, Huffman. Right side, Easton Jones. Now back to Robinson in the corner, working against Tromke. Back up top. Huffman's got it on the right side up high, working against Webb. Drives inside, puts a wild shot up. Won't go. Tromke skies up and brings down the rebound. 52 seconds left in the first half. It's 28-12 Trojans. Hoverty, left side, up high. Back to Tromke here. Tromke back to Hoverty. He'll work his way against Cheek. Gets it back to Tromke. Now back to Hoverty. Goes down to Will Taylor in the corner. Taylor tries to throw it back up, but knocked away, but it goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Cone going to check into the ball game. Cumming will come out. Brady Allmeyer back in. This is a brave move with 3 fouls. Going to come in for Maverick Webb. 31.9 left here in the first half. 28-12. Trojans with the lead. Hoverty goes back to Brady Allmeyer. Right side up high down to Tromke in the corner. Tromke, skip pass over to Hoverty. Down the Taylor corner. Will Taylor for 3. It's off the rim. Won't go. Rebound's picked up by Tromke. He puts it up and in. An old-fashioned three-point play coming up. Tromke puts it in. He's fouled. He'll go to the line for old-fashioned three-point play. The foul is on number 11, Easton Jones, his first. They're going to change this. I believe the foul is going to be on number 4 because number 11 is in the ballgame. So, yeah, it is on Jones. Tromke at the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. It's on the way. It's off the back rim. Won't go. Hoverty chases down the rebound. And now he loses it, and Easton Jones picks it up with 10 seconds left here in the first half. Trojans up 30-12. Maxwell trying to close the gap here. They give it off to Huffman. Huffman kicks it off to Robinson. Back to Huffman. 2 seconds, and Huffman's going to force a 3. It's off the glass, way too high, and that's going to end the first half. Trojans lead at 30-12 here at halftime. Let's take a break. We'll be back here with your Hoegemeyer Seeds halftime show. Coach Kaylin Hollander coming up to visit with us here in just a minute, right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
If you've got a construction project that you've been putting off, call Tromke Construction today. David Tromke has 20 years experience in the construction industry, doing anything from decks to doors and even room additions. Call Tromke Construction today at 308-655-0274. That's 308-655-0274. For Tromke Construction of Cambridge, 308-655-0274.
Webb's Oilfield Service out of Cambridge is excited to support broadcasts of Trojan Athletics on Hometown Family Radio. Webb's Oilfield Service hauls water and also works on drilling rigs throughout southwest Nebraska as well as northwest Kansas. Reach out to Webb's Oilfield Service by calling 308-340-1104. That's 308-340-1104 for Webb's Oilfield Service of Cambridge, Nebraska.
You know what happens when a local seed company demands that their focus be on customer service? A lifelong partnership that does what's best for your field and your operation. Western Select Genetics of Cambridge is a new seed company, but you know Lance Shiflett as someone whose focus is customer service, local agriculture experience, and knowledge to the seed industry with his constant focus on the premium care of your success. Call or text Lance Shiflett today, 340-6103, 340-6103.
Amateur's Bar and Grill in Cambridge has an excellent selection of all your favorite foods, from burgers to pizza. You'll be able to find something that satisfies your taste buds. Bring out your entire family or challenge your buddies to a friendly game of pool while throwing back some cold ones. Keep your eye out for daily lunch and dinner specials. Amateur's Bar and Grill, 602 Paxton Street in Cambridge, or give them a call at 697-4808.
The Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you along with August Miller back at the studios. This is your Hogemeyer Seeds halftime show. And tonight's halftime show brought to you by Hogemeyer Seeds. Here's to the locals raised right here in the Western Corn Belt. We help them grow stronger. Learn more about the right seed from your local dealer. That's Monty Hansen in Binkham, Nebraska. The North 40 at Overland, Kansas. Moline Seed and Fence in Gothenburg, Nebraska. Frac Seed in Norton, Kansas. Bose Seed in Orleans, Nebraska. And, of course, Extreme Ag right there in Cambridge, Nebraska. 308-340-2652. Hogemeyer Seeds, the right seed for right here. And have a little problems here. I'm Trent Florham. I'm joined now by Cambridge Trojan head coach Kaylin Hollander. And, Coach, what a big win for you guys tonight. I mean, I think a season-high point-wise output of 72. So, but what a great team effort. Almost everybody got into the scorebook except for a couple of people.
Yes, it was really nice to have a big win tonight and see everyone put some points up on the scorebook tonight. Aaron had a big game with 19. And then I think it was like Brylan had like 12.
No, you had the Kent.
I had mixed around.
With 13, and then 11 from Brylan and JC. So.
Yeah, it was really nice to see double figures out of multiple people.
Yeah, but not only that, but I mean, defensive-wise, you played a great defensive game on the boards all night. I mean, Mallory Springer comes in, gets the board. Aspen Webb came in, got a lot of good minutes for you. That was good to see her play well.
Yes,
tonight.
I was really hoping to get her in. She had a phenomenal game in JV tonight, and I really wanted to reward her today and see what she could do with some of those varsity kids because I have some high expectations out of her, and I really think she could be a really good player coming down the road for us.
And Lillian Sayre got her first action of the season, came in, got 5 points for you. I mean, it's good to see her getting healed up and everything. She's really, her whole career has been kind of one injury after another. Has never really got to play a full season and didn't get to this year either.
No,
but
and
it was good to see her out there.
It was really nice to see her out there, and she's one of those girls that work really hard all the time, no matter what it is. In practice, she works really hard, and so it was nice to get her in there and see her do well.
And she had 5 points tonight. We went ahead and made her one of the Amateur Bar and Grill players of the game because you got to do that. I mean, when a player comes off the bench, hasn't got to play a lot, and just, and to have that kind of action tonight.
Oh, yeah, and she came in really strong, and she knew exactly what she was supposed to. You wouldn't even know that she doesn't typically play because, she's been out.
Well, you looked at when you guys went down, when you had the big lead in the fourth quarter, you put in the subs there. They looked really good tonight. I mean, any of them girls could have played with your varsity and filled right in and looked nice.
Yes, it's been really nice at practice lately because everyone's been doing their roles and they understand, I have really high expectations of these ladies and they know it and they work hard and it's just nice to see them to be able to put what we're doing in practice on the court.
Let's jump ahead just a little bit. RPAC tournament coming up starts next Saturday, a week from today. With the win tonight, probably locked up the number 3 seed in that tournament. Looks like probably play Medicine Valley. That's not a set anything in stone, but that's kind of what everybody's kind of figured right now. Everybody I've talked to has said that.
That's kind of what we kind of figured out too. So, which I'm looking forward to playing them. I think as long as we play our game, and we'll do just fine.
And you look at the RPAC. I mean, Alma's number 1, Southern Valley's number 2. But. They're not. They're not heads and tails above everybody else. But then 3 through 6, is like a big group right there. It could have been anybody jumping into that 3 spot, anybody jumping to number 6.
Yes.
I mean, if you guys would have lost the last 2 nights, you might have fallen all the way to 6.
I know.
So the 2 wins were huge for you guys.
It was, and it's just nice to kind of get the upwards of the season going up and saying, because we had some struggles at the beginning of the season, especially right around like Christmas time. We kind of struggled. They came back from Christmas, and they've really started to work hard.
So next Thursday, Dundee County Stratton coming to town. You played them in your holiday tournament. Got a pretty easy win over them, but they have improved since you guys played them. They were pretty tough against you guys anyway. I think you got a 20-point win, but it was, it just took the 4 quarters to keep building that up. And then they got their first win against Hitchcock County, played Med Valley tough the other night to about a 10-point game. So talk about Dundee County Stratton.
They are a team that kind of surprised a lot of people this year, even though they don't have very many wins, but they're doing a lot better than what we all thought. So it'll be nice to play them again and see how much they have improved, but compared to what we've improved, because I feel like we've improved a ton since we played them as well.
I agree. I agree with that. You guys are playing at a much higher level ever since that loss to Maywood.
Yes.
It's been a whole different team. I mean, you guys have come out. I wish you guys could have played Norton. I would have loved to have.
Oh man, I know.
Is there any makeup on that? Do you
yes,
know?
We're going to make that up on February 9th. It's right before Alma.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So we have 3 games that week.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yes.
Well, Coach, thanks for coming up and visiting with us. Great win tonight, and good luck next Thursday and also in the RPAC tournament next week.
Thank you.
That was Cambridge Trojan head coach Kaylin Hollander. We're going to take a quick break, and when the Taco John's pregame show, back here with more high school basketball right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Honeyman Custom Chopping does more than just silage work, such as chopping, bagging, and packing. They do that very well, but Honeyman also specializes in swathing, merging, manure hauling, and grain hauling. Call Honeyman Custom Chopping today for a conversation about pricing and availability for your operation. Call 737-9159. That's 308-737-9159. And see their Facebook page to see some of their work. Honeyman Custom Chopping of Indianola, 308-737-9159.
At the heart of Channel are the relationships we build with farmers like you. We call it seedsmanship. Hi, I'm Callie Nelms with Hilltop Seeds. With Channel, you'll experience seedsmanship at work through services on your farm all year round. Hands-on, customized service. Our elite seed products are designed to perform right here in southwest Nebraska to get results. Let Hilltop Seeds partner with your fields for your success. Hilltop Seeds, success from the ground up.
See Crabelli Physical Therapy in Cambridge on Main Street to help you get the most out of your life. Hometown expert pain management and rehabilitation services are located in the heart of downtown Cambridge. Come into Crabelli Physical Therapy and ask about dry needling. It's just one of the techniques used for treatment of pain and movement impairments. Learn more by stopping into Crabelli Physical Therapy at 706 Patterson in Cambridge, or call for an appointment anytime to 697-4211. That's 697-4211.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader is the HFRSN.
102.1 KZMC. Trip going back here with you along with August Miller back in the studio. And getting ready to start the second half. Let's give you a quick rundown for the stats here. Only 3 players scored for both teams. So Easton Jones has 2 points. They both came from the charity stripe. He was 2 of 2. Levi Huffman had 5 points. He was 1 of 4 from the free throw line. And Taylor Cheek has 5. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. They went 6 of 10 in the first half. 60%. The Trojans, almost all their points came from behind the arc, but Carson Tromke had 11. He was 0 of 1 from the free throw line. Will Taylor with 8, and Ben Hoberty with 11. He went 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Here's a straight drive by Huffman, and he puts the first basket in for the Wildcats. Here to start the second half, they had the ball. 0 of 3 from the free throw line, 0% for the Trojans in the first half. Here's Will Taylor. Goes back up top, and Hoberty loses the ball. Huffman's going to have an easy layup, and the Wildcats jump out to a 4-0 run to start the second half. Makes it 30-16. Trojans up by 14. A little sloppy to start this second half here are the Trojans. Allmeyer trying to get it down the corner. Gets it to Tromke. Back up top to Allmeyer. Left side it comes to Hoberty. Back to Allmeyer. Back to Hoberty. Down the corner, Will Taylor's going to take the wide open 3. Off the rim, won't go. Follows his shot, gets a rebound. Drives inside. Hook shot out of the middle, and he got it. Will Taylor, the one-handed, right-handed hook shot, makes it 32-16. First points for the Trojans here in the second half. Here's Huffman. He's got 4 points for the Wildcats here to start the second half. Jones working against Will Taylor. Hands it off to Robinson. Robinson working against Tromke. Trying to get it inside. Jones has it. Working against Will Taylor. Going to dribble back out top of the key. Jones works to the right side. Hands it off to Robinson again. Goes inside to Cheek. Working against Brody Wood. Brody's got to be careful. He's got 3 fouls. They kick it out. Huffman for 3. Off the back of the rim. Won't go. Allmeyer picks up the rebound for the Trojans. Allmeyer bringing it up the floor now. Across the timeline. Left side. Right side. It goes to Hoberty. Down the corner. Tromke. Tromke throws it away, and he's going to be fouled. Ooh. It's kind of a ticky-tack foul right there against the Wildcats. It's going to be on number 4, Ty Robinson, his first. So Tromke will inbound it. Box set out of the Trojans. Going to try to get it in. They throw it in. Robinson with the steal. And Tromke's had 2 bad passes right here. One, he got called a foul against him, but that one was just another bad pass right there. Here's Huffman working against Hoberty. Gets down inside, lays it up, can't get it to go. And he's going to chase his own rebound down. Threw it over the basket. I'm not sure that's not a travel. Here's Robinson. Has Tromke right in his face. Gets it off to Jones. Now back to Tromke. Inside it goes. And we're going to have a foul. It's going to be on Brody Wood. It's going to be his 4th. So Brody Wood will have to come out of the ball game. Braden Miller off the bench quickly. Well, they're going to call this on Carson Tromke. So Braden Miller's going to come in anyway. Brody Wood's going to come out of the ball game. So Tromke picks up his first. Easton Jones inbound. A box set out of the Wildcats. Trying to get it in. He throws it into Huffman at the free throw line. Jumper on the way. It's off the front of the rim. Won't go. Tromke gets the rebound. Tromke quickly up the floor. Right side up high. Going to come back across to Hoberty. Hoberty's been a hot hand. Go ahead and take that shot, Ben. Here's Tromke. Goes back to Hoberty. Hoberty down the corner to Will Taylor. Back up to Tromke. Tromke goes to Allmeyer. Back to Hoberty. Hoberty wide open. They give him the 3. It's off the rim. Won't go. Rebound coming. Kicks it out to Easton Jones. 32-16. Trojans with the lead. 5:30 left in the third. Jones trying to find somebody. Gets it inside to Cheek. Working against Miller. Shots up and in. Wow, I got away with a lot of body right there to Cheek. Hoberty will bring it up for the Trojans. Left side up high. Goes to Allmeyer on the right. Back to Hoberty. Hoberty back to Allmeyer. He's going to take the wide open 3. The freshman can't get it to go. I thought it was going to go in. Rolls around, and it's going to be on the floor. We're going to have a timeout called by Maxwell. Quinn Connor gets the timeout, and we'll take one with them. 32-18. Trojans with the lead. 5:03 left in the third. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Walk these fields for 85 years. Grow deeper roots here. Know what thrives here. Bring in world-class genetics and innovative traits like Chrome Triple Stack corn hybrids and Enlist E3 soybeans. Refine it through pure local know-how and expertise. Do all of that, and the only thing left is the right seed. Hogemeyer. Learn more at therightseed.com.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader is the HFRSN.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florham back here with you along with August Miller back at the studio. Trojans going to put a press on here. They're going to try to get it into Huffman. They do. 5 minutes left in the third. Trojans are up by 14, 32-18. Maxwell going left to right across your radio dial. Get down in the corner. This is Robinson. They go inside the Cheek. Working against Brody Wood. It's knocked away. And Allmeyer picks it up for the Trojans. A nice play by Brody Wood to get the steal right there. Allmeyer left side up high. Goes back to Hoberty on the right. Hoberty going to hand it off to Tromke. Back up top it comes to Hoberty. Now Allmeyer. Left side up high. Back to Hoberty. Back to Tromke. He's going to drive baseline. Gets inside. Puts a floater up. And we're going to have a foul called here on Brody Wood at a screen. That's so Braden Miller back into the ball game quickly as Wood will have to set for the rest of the third quarter with his 4th foul. Huffman bringing it up the floor for the Wildcats. They work him to the left side. Huffman trying to drive. Hoberty gets there, stops him. Comes back in. They go inside for Cheek. It's knocked to the floor. Cheek picks it back up, gets it out to Robinson. 3 on the way. Rolls off the rim, won't go. Cummings gets the rebound. Back up top, Jones. Lobs it inside for Cheek, threws it away. Threw it too far. Taylor Cheek was wide open, too. Just threw it over the top of his head. Coach Connor coming down, talked to the referee. Thought it maybe a little grab right there, but Sean Cole, the referee, there says, nah, it was clean. Hoberty off to Allmeyer, down the corner. Tromke goes inside. Braden Miller. Miller turned around, blocked by Jones. Swatted away. Jones bringing it up now. Drives, gets to the free throw line, working against Taylor, loses the ball. Tromke's got it. Tromke on a 1-on-2 break. Now here comes Hoberty on the other side. They throw it down to him. Hoberty trying to get it, can't get the shot to go. Will Taylor's going to run down the rebound, though. They're going to leave Will Taylor wide open. He'll take the three, and it won't go. Hoberty gets the rebound. Hoberty back out to Tromke. Wide open three for him. It won't go. Trojans were hot in the first half, and now here in the third quarter cannot hit the three. Had some wide open ones there. Robinson on the left side. Back up top to Jones at top of the key. Working to the right side. Runs into Allmeyer. Allmeyer, the freshman, and here's Jones. Turnaround jumper won't go. Rebound Braden Miller, the freshman. Kicks it back out to Tromke, and now Hoberty will bring it up. Across the middle. Works it across the timeline, right in the middle of the floor. Goes back to Allmeyer. Allmeyer back to Hoberty. Down in the corner, Will Taylor here. Back up top to Hoberty. Working here on the left side, up high. Gets it back to Allmeyer. Now back to Hoberty. Little skip pass across the top here. Will Taylor back to Hoberty. Now to Allmeyer. You go inside, Braden Miller. Turnaround jumper in the middle of the lane. Off the glass, won't go. Trojans are ice cold right now. They've been outscored here 6-2 to start this third. Huffman gets it off to Jones. Jones over to Robinson, guarded by Tromke. Gets it off to Huffman. He'll take the three. It's off the rim, won't go. And the ball gets knocked away. Miller went up and got the rebound. Cheek knocked it away from him. Goes out of bounds. It'll be Trojan basketball. 2:28 left here in the third. Trojans are up 32-18. Both teams struggling a little bit offensively here in this third period. Trojans have only scored 2 points. Hoberty on the left side, up high, goes down underneath. Will Taylor back out to Hoberty. Hoberty drives inside, puts it up out of the middle of the lane. Shot rolls around, won't go. And now we're going to have a foul here. It's going to be on the Trojans. It's going to be on, I don't know if it's Hoberty or Braden Miller. And it's going to be on Braden Miller. Freshman picks up his first. Third team foul on the Trojans here in the second half. The Wildcats have just one. Huffman gets it inside to Cone, who's checked in the ball game. They go inside to Cheek. It's knocked away on the floor, picked up by Miller, and it's kicked out to Allmeyer. Allmeyer across the timeline, right side of the floor. Goes back to Hoberty here on the left. Hoberty back to Allmeyer. Back to Hoberty. Steps up, kicks it down to Will Taylor in the corner. Back out to Hoberty. He's going to drive inside, kicks it out to Allmeyer. Three on the way. Can the freshman get it? One? No. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to be Maxwell basketball. Allmeyer was red hot last night. He's missed all 4 of his threes tonight. 1:43 left in the third. 32-18. Trojans with the lead. Huffman across the timeline, middle of the floor. Kicks it off to Cone. Cone guarded by Will Taylor. Going to go back to Huffman. He's going to try to drive down the lane. Kicks it back out. Cumming. Going to drive inside. Trying to find somebody. Hands it off to Huffman. Huffman down in the corner. Picks up his dribble. He's double teamed. Gets it back out to Cumming. Out to Cone here on the right side. Up high. Back to Huffman. He's going to take a mile-long three, and it's way short. Rebound to Will Taylor. He gets out to Tromke. Here come the Trojans on the run. Tromke going to try to drive down inside, and he's going to be fouled. Oh, no. They're going to call a charge here on Tromke. Coach Shepard not happy about that call right there either. 1:09 left here in the third period. Trojans still up 32-18. It's been about 3 minutes since anybody scored. Huffman off to Cone on the left side. Gets it to Cumming on the left wing. He's going to come back up, trying to hand it off to Robinson. Now gets it off to Cone. Gets it to Huffman. They go inside for Cheek, and a foul on Miller. The fourth team foul on the Trojans here in the second half to 1 on the Wildcats. Miller picks up his second. So Cheek trying to get it in. Lobs it into Cumming up top to get it back to Cone. Goes back inside to Cheek. He's going to put it up and in. Taylor Cheek with 9 now for the Wildcats. 45 seconds left here. Trojans are up by 12. This is the third period. Allmeyer, right side up high. Comes back to Hoberty. Back to Allmeyer. Down the corner. Tromke wide open three. Can't get it to go. And we're going to have a foul here on Will Taylor. 32-20. Trojans with the lead. 31 seconds left here in the third period. Going to put Will Taylor on Cheek now. Markel Mackey going to check in for Braden Miller. So the Trojans now have 6 team fouls here in the second half to 1 for the Wildcats. Here's Robinson down in the corner to Huffman. They go inside to Cheek, working against Will Taylor, and they're going to call a foul on Will Taylor again. A lot of push coming out of that by Cheek with his body banging his way inside, and no call on that. So the Wildcats are going to shoot free throws the rest of this ball game. 17.9 left here in the third. Cheek hits the first one. He's got 10. First Wildcat double figure. Him and Huffman has 9. Easton Jones has 2. That's only 3 that have scored for the Wildcats. 32-21 now. He cut the lead to 10 with this free throw. Cheek's free throw on the way. He misses it. Rebound by Robinson. He puts a shot up and in. His first basket of the night. So a 9-point ball game now with 10 seconds left in the third. It's been all Wildcats here in the third. The Trojans have only scored 2 points. Markel Mackey down to 3 seconds. 2 seconds. 1. And they're gonna call a travel, but the clock's gonna wind out. 32-23, the Trojans lead it after 3 periods of play. Back here at the final quarter right after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
First State Insurance in Cambridge, your hometown team. First State Insurance is your local resource in Nebraska for the best and most affordable personal, commercial, and farm insurance products. For insurance outside the box, talk to one of their local independent agents. Let First State Insurance be your first choice for insurance. Their agents work with the nation's top insurance providers. As a result, they can offer you more choices, along with personalized service and the convenience of a nearby office. Call or stop by today, 308-697-3835. First State Insurance in Cambridge.
The loss of a loved one is undoubtedly the hardest times we face in our life. Let the caring and experienced professionals at Lockenauer Jones Mortuary support you through these difficult times. They offer a range of personalized services. You can count on the caring staff of Lockenauer Jones to help you plan a personal, lasting tribute to your loved one. Call Jim today and let him help you make the many decisions that need to be made during this difficult time. Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, family owned and operated. 308-697-3838.
Your local sports authority is the HFRSN.
Radio 101 KZMC. Trent Form back here with you along with August Miller back in the studio. 32-23. The Trojans have the lead in the ball to start the fourth quarter. Overdy going to bring it across the timeline. Works back to the right side. Gets it off to Allmeyer. Allmeyer throws it back to Overdy. Almost threw it away. Allmeyer has it down the corner. Goes to Will Taylor. Taylor trying to get back up to Overdy. Goes out of bounds. Knocked away by Easton Jones. It'll stay with the Trojans. So Hobarty to inbound it. Going to get it in. It's stolen away by Huffman. Threw it right to him. Huffman down the lane. Going to lay it up and in. Lead down to 7 for the Trojans now. They've only scored 2 points here in the second half. Allmeyer on the right side up high. Skip pass over to Will Taylor. Hands it off to Hobarty on the left wing. Back up to Allmeyer. Down the corner to Tromke. Tromke back out to Allmeyer. Now to Hobarty here on the left side up high. Back to Allmeyer. Allmeyer skip pass over to Will Taylor on the wing. Drives, kicks it back out to Hobarty. Trojans can be patient here. They still got a 7-point lead. Almost a minute gone out of this fourth quarter. Taylor back to Hobarty. Hobarty going to drive into the free throw line. In the turn, kicks it back out to Allmeyer. Allmeyer down to Tromke. He'll drive. Short corner shots on the way. Won't go. Ice cold are the Trojans here in the second half. And Cheek pulls down the rebound. Out to Huffman. Huffman guarded by Hobarty. Going to work to the right side. Gets it off to Easton Jones. Jones gets it back out to Huffman. He's looking for Taylor Cheek. They can't get it to him. Here's Jones for a long three. Buries it. His first field goal of the night. He's got 5 points. 4-point ball game now, 32-28. The Trojans got to get some offense going. They've only scored 2 points here in the second half. Tromke inside to Miller. And we got a timeout by the Trojans. Coach Shepard's going to take a timeout. Brody Wood's going to check into the ball game. Back after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
The staff at River Valley Services in Cambridge is ready to take care of all your refrigeration, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, and trenching jobs. You see, whether it's at work, on the farm, or at home, there is no job too big or too small. These boys can do it all. River Valley Services are available 7 a.m. till 4, but that doesn't mean they won't handle your emergency at a moment's notice. River Valley Services. Call 308-697-4815. That's 308-697-4815. 697-4815.
The most coverage lives here.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Form back here with you along with August Miller back at the studio. 32-28, the Trojans with a 4-point lead here in the fourth quarter. Still got over 6.5 left to go here in the ball game. Trojans have only scored 2 points here in the second half. Led it 30-12 at halftime, but outscored 16-2 here in the second half. Trojan basketball underneath their own basket off the far side. Tromke will inbound it. Wood and Hoberty go to the blocks. Taylor and Allmeyer at the elbows. Tromke trying to get it in. And he lob it up for Will Taylor. It's almost thrown away by Huffman. Gets it back to Allmeyer here on the left wing. Back up top, Hoberty. Hoberty's going to drive, gets into the middle lane, puts a shot up, and it won't go. Rebound spot for it goes off of the Trojans and out of bounds. Going to say off Brody Wood. And, man, these shots just will not fall. They're getting good shots. They just cannot make them. They were red hot in the first half and shooting horribly here. And just can't make anything here in the second half. Huffman back to Jones on the right side. Goes inside to Cheek. Working against Brody Wood. Shots up, won't go. And the rebound goes down. And, man, I don't know how Cheek didn't get it over the back there. Tromke got the rebound, though. Working to the right side. Gets it down to Allmeyer in the corner. Trying to throw it back up. It's knocked away. And out of bounds, it'll be Trojan basketball. 5:51 left in the game, 32-28. Trojans with the lead. Hoberty working right side up high. Going to drive. Going to kick it down to Tromke in the corner. Tromke back up top to Hoberty. Now left side to Allmeyer. Down to Will Taylor in the corner. I don't think Taylor shot here in the second half. Hoberty working right side up high. Gets it back to Tromke. Back to Hoberty. Hoberty's going to try to drive against Huffman. Kicks it out to Will Taylor. Here in the left corner. Back up top it comes to Allmeyer. Allmeyer drives. Kicks it back out to Hoberty. Hoberty gets inside. Puts a shot up again. Shot won't go again. Gets his own rebound. Fighting inside against Jones. He puts a shot up and won't go, but Jones is going to get called for the foul. Just the second foul against Maxwell here in the second half. Oh, they're actually going to call this on Robinson. So Hoberty goes to the line to shoot two. St. Acres Equipment and McCook, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Brining Truck and Trailer, Cambridge Telephone, Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Corbelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links. Hoberty hits the basket. He's got 12 now for the Trojans. Extends the lead back to 5. He can make it 6 with this one. Hoberty shots up, rolls around, goes. Comes back in, got the shooter's roll. He's got 13 now. Up the floor it comes. Here's Jones. Working on the right side. Throws it over to Robinson. About threw it away. Coming with it. Back to Jones here on the right side. Gets it to Huffman. Huffman. Back up top, Jones. Back to Huffman on the right wing. Looking inside for Cheek. They get it. Working against Brody Wood. And I don't know how that's not a charge against Cheek. And now he's going to get it. We're going to have a pushing foul here. Is this on Brody Wood? If it is, it's his 5th. It should be on Cheek. Cheek ran him over. But they're going to call this on Brody Wood, and that's going to be his 5th. He's done. Brody Wood fouls out, did not score today. Braden Miller will check in. And man, Cheek just banging his body in there. They called a foul on Tromke for that same thing early in the ball game. They have not called it on Cheek the whole game. Cheek's free throw misses it. Cumming gets the rebound. Cumming gets it off to Huffman. Goes down in the corner. Robinson inside to Cheek. Turnaround jumper, and he's fouled by Braden Miller. Miller will pick up his 3rd. Might have to start double teaming Cheek here. Timeout by the Trojans. We'll take one with them. 34-28, Trojans with the lead. It'll be Taylor Cheek at the free throw line with 4:50 left in the game when we come back. Right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Get the good stuff.
Southwest Farm and Auto Supply, your local Napa dealer in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook, is a proud sponsor of local high school athletics and academic programs. They are your go-to source for Napa lubricants and filters. So remember the name you can count on when you need it now. Southwest Farm and Auto in Cambridge, Curtis, Eustis, and McCook.
Napa, get the good stuff. A member of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
KCMC, Trent Form back here with you, along with August Miller back in the studio. Taylor Cheek at the free throw line to shoot 2. 3-4-28, Trojans lead it. Cheek misses the first one. First Central Bank, First State Insurance of Cambridge, Foster Sales of Bartley, H&A Public Transit, Hilltop Seeds, Callie Nelms, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, and Huxall Seeds. Sponsors here tonight. 11 points for Cheek as he makes the second one. 29-34. Trojans with the lead. A 5-point lead. 4:45 left here in the ball game. Will Taylor with it down the left corner. Goes inside for Miller. Miller out to Tromke. Short corner. Comes back up top. Hoberty wide open. Didn't take the three. Gets it off to Allmeyer. Back to Tromke in the corner. He's looking inside. He's fouled. Yeah, Robinson didn't like the call, and the referee and him have exchange of words there. Robinson picks up his third. Tromke to inbound. Just the third team foul. All on Robinson here in this second half. And Mason Jones saying he's going to step out of bounds. He almost had the steal there. Tromke will inbound it again. Box set out of the Trojans. Dangerous pass right there. Easton Jones about made a great play. And they're going to get it in. Allmeyer up top. Gets it off to Will Taylor. Back to Tromke in the corner. He's going to drive baseline. Gets inside. Throws it back out. Will Taylor wide open. Three. Buried it. Will Taylor with 13 now for the Trojans, and they go up by 8. 37-29. 4:20 left in the ball game. Maxwell with it. Here's Cumming. Tice Cumming. Gets it off to Levi Huffman. Left wing. He's going to try to drive baseline. Lays it up and in. And we got a foul here. And I believe this is going to be on Ben Hoberty. And it is. His first foul of the ball game. That should have been on the floor. Or no continuation right there. That was an early foul, and they blew the whistle. They gave him the continuation. Huffman at the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play. 37-31. Trojans up by 6. 4:13 left in the ball game. Huffman's free throw. He misses it. Rebound's tipped around, and it's going to go out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans. Luckily for the Trojans, Maxwell's been ice cold from the charity stripe tonight. They've missed 8. Here's Allmeyer with it, right side up high. Comes back to Hoberty on the left side. Back to Allmeyer. Back down the corner. Tromke wide open three. In and out. Can't get it to go. Cheek with the rebound. And it's knocked away, and it's going to be that should be Trojan basketball. Huffman touched that last. They missed that one. They say it went off Hoberty, but Huffman was the last one to touch it. And Robinson will get it into Easton Jones. Jones back to Huffman. Huffman across the timeline, working against Hoberty. Tries to drive down the lane, lays it up, and it's going to be a foul on Braden Miller. Miller's fourth. Already lost Brody Wood with 5 fouls. Miller now has 4. 10 team fouls against the Trojans, 3 on Maxwell here in the second half. Huffman at the free throw line to shoot 2. It's on the way. He makes the first one. He's got 14. He leads the Wildcats from the free throw line. He's 2 of 6 this afternoon. Lifetime Eye Care, Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, Mark's Pharmacy, Shirley Case Coffee Shop sponsors here today. Huffman has 15. Makes it a 4-point ball game. 37-33. 3:50 left in the game. Trojans with the lead and the ball. Hoberty goes inside, and he's going to be fouled by Robinson, his 4th. Robinson doesn't think it was, but it is, and maybe that's his 5th. Let's see, he's heading to the sidelines already, pulling his shirt out. And it is his 5th. I missed a foul somewhere on him. So Robinson is fouled out of the ball game. Only 2 points tonight. He's been one of the top shooters. So the 4th team foul. I must have missed one in the first half on him. Tromke to inbound it. Looking around. Going to throw it in. It's stolen away by Cheek. Up to Huffman. Huffman going in against Hoberty. Driving down the lane. Puts it up and in. He's got 17 now. Timeout by the Wildcats. A 2-point ball game all of a sudden. The Trojans have blown a big lead at halftime. They're up by 2, 37-35, with 3:35 left in the game. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Problems with how your vehicle drives? Take it to Doyle Auto Repair, the area's alignment and suspension specialist. From the simple tire and oil change service to the most complex automotive diagnosis, you can rely on Doyle Auto Repair of McCook to fix it right. Make your appointment today. Call the professionals at Doyle Auto Repair, 308-345-4233. That's 345-4233. Or drive or tow your woe to Doyle Auto Repair at 105 West 8th, McCook. Doyle Auto Repair.
A member of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florin back here with you, along with August Miller back in the studios. 37-35, the Trojans with the lead. They were up 30-12 at halftime. They've only scored 7 points here in the second half. 2 in the third quarter, 5 here in the fourth. They're still up, 3:35 left in the game. They were without the services of Brody Wood, who's fouled out. Braden Miller, the next big man up, has 4. Hoberty bringing it up the floor for the Trojans. Working it across the timeline, gets it over to Allmeyer on the right side. Now back to Hoberty, left side up high. Back to Allmeyer, almost stolen away. Tromke with it. Going to work up top, gets it back to Allmeyer. Skip pass over to Hoberty here on the left side up high. Being patient, no reason to rush. You got the lead. Hoberty drives inside, gets it to Will Taylor in the corner. Taylor comes back up top, gets it Hoberty. You're going to have a foul on Huffman. His second. So the 15 foul. Trojans edging closer to getting to shoot free throws. They get it into Tromke. Tromke working against Cheek on the left wing. Get pass back to Hoberty. Hoberty gets it down to Taylor in the corner. Back up top to Hoberty. He's going to work inside, lobs it over to Tromke. Shots on the way. It won't go. Tromke is ice cold. He has not scored here in the second half. And he has had the wide open shots, just cannot get it to fall. Wildcats can tie the game or take the lead with a 3. Huffman with it, top of the key, working against Hoberty. Gets it off to Cumming. Back to Huffman. Comes to Cone here on the right side up high, gets it back to Huffman. Huffman over to Easton Jones, inside to Cheek. Cheek bangs his way inside again, puts a shot up, and in we're tied. Always bangs that body in that. You're not supposed to be able to do that, but he's getting away with it today. Hoberty working over, and we got a timeout by Coach Shepard. 37 apiece, 2:22 left in the game. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Webb's Oilfield Service out of Cambridge is excited to support broadcasts of Trojan Athletics on Hometown Family Radio. Webb's Oilfield Service hauls water and also works on drilling rigs throughout southwest Nebraska as well as northwest Kansas. Reach out to Webb's Oilfield Service by calling 308-340-1104. That's 308-340-1104 for Webb's Oilfield Service of Cambridge, Nebraska.
Local sports on the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florin back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studio. 37 apiece here. Late in the fourth quarter, 2:22 left in the game. The Trojans have blown a big lead. 18-point halftime lead. Tromke over to Hoberty. Back up top to Tromke. Comes back left side to Allmeyer. Allmeyer, skip pass over to Hoberty. Short corner shot's going to go up off the glass and in. Hoberty gives the Trojans back the lead. He's got 15. He's having one of his best games of the season. Might be a season high. Huffman, left side to Cone. Back to Huffman. He's been the hot hand here in the second half for the Wildcats. Coming back up top to Cone. Right side it comes to Jones. Jones working against Will Taylor. Pushes his way inside. Gets it back out to Cheek. Cheek back to Cone. Cheek back inside, working against Braden Miller. Puts a shot, it won't go. Rebound's tipped around. Cone comes down with it. Out to Jones, over to Huffman. Huffman left side up high. Back to Jones here on the right. Gets it off to Huffman. Minute 30 left in the game. Trojans up by 2. Huffman gets a screen, working against Braden Miller. Gets it back up top to Cumming. Cumming lobs it in for Cheek. Sold away by Tromke. Great play by Carson Tromke. Works it up the floor across the timeline. Trojans can hold on to it here. Back to Allmeyer. Stand and hold it. Make him come get you. Here's Hoberty inside. Down at the block. Shots up and in. Ben Hoberty with 17, leading the Trojans single-handedly put him on his back here in the second half. Jones, top of the key for the Wildcats. 58 seconds left. Trojans up by 4. Down to Cheek, is thrown away. Great defense by the freshman Braden Miller, and the Trojans have the ball back. 4-point lead with 55 seconds left. 55.6 left. Trojans with the ball and a 4-point lead, 41-37. Tromke going to come across the timeline, working against Huffman. Gets into the free throw line, kicks it out to Allmeyer. Down the corner, Will Taylor. Thought about the threes, fouled. Going to be fouled by Tice Cumming, his third. So from now on, the Trojans will shoot free throws. That was their sixth foul. It's going to be underneath the basket. Box set coming from the Trojans with Hoberty and Miller at the block. Taylor and Allmeyer up at the elbows. Tromke throws it into Allmeyer up top to get it to Will Taylor on the left side. Back to Allmeyer, and Taylor's going to be fouled. He's going to be fouled by Huffman, I believe. Nope, it's going to be on number 11, Easton Jones, his second. That'll send Will Taylor to the free throw line to shoot a 1-and-1. Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, MNB Bank, NC Plus Hybrids, Marty Schaefer, and Nebraska Corn Processing, along with Pinpoint Communications. Sponsors here. Taylor misses the free throw. Rebound comes down to Cone. Huffman drives the lane, puts it up, can't get the shot to go. Rebounds fought for, picked up by Cheek, and now he's going to be fouled by Braden Miller, I believe, or is it Allmeyer? And Cheek will go to the free throw line to shoot 2. He's on number 13, Hoberty. It's his second. Taylor Cheek at the free throw line on the night. He's 5 of 9. 32.3 left. Trojans up by 4. Cheek's free throw on the way, hits it. Quality Urgent Care River Valley Services runs a restaurant, Samway Floor Covering and Furniture, Southwest Farm and Auto, Stockman's Bank, Taco John's, Tri-Valley Health System, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation. Bringing you today's ball game. Cheek's second free throw, he misses it. Rebound's going to be ran down by Ben Hoberty. He kicks it back out to Tromke. Tromke pushing it up the floor now. 28 seconds left. Tromke's fouled from behind by Huffman. Huffman picks up his third. Tromke will go to the line for a 1-and-1. The Trojans up by 3. 25.1 seconds left in the game. Tromke Construction, Valmont Irrigation, Vieira Wireless, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oilfield Service, and Western Select Genetics, Lance Shiflett bringing you the ball game. 41-38. Trojans by 3. 25.1 left in the game. Tromke at the free throw line for a 1-and-1. Had 11 points in the first half, has not scored here in the second. Free throw on the way, swish. Tromke, a big one right there. Makes it a 4-point lead. It's a 2-possession ball game. This is a big one. They would need a 3 and a 2 to tie it if he makes this. 4-point game, 42-38. Tromke, second free throw. On the way, misses it. Tromke with the second miss of the night from the line. Here's Huffman up the floor. They're going to have a timeout by Coach Quinn Connor of the Wildcats. When we come back, we got a 42-38 Trojan lead. 21 seconds left in the game. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Hitch and Hay Public Transit. Hitch and
How's the
Hay
course gonna go?
Public Transit. Affordable transportation for everyone.
We're your ride to the doctor, shopping, or work. Just about anywhere from 8 to 5 Monday through Friday in Southwest Nebraska. We can even get you to Kearney or Grand Island. Call 308-276-2182 the day before to reserve your spot.
Hitch and Hay Public Transit. Hitch and Hay Public Transit.
The Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
Trent Bourne back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studio. Trojans with a 42-38 lead, 21 seconds left in the game. Maxwell has the ball just their side of half court, going left to right across the radio dial. It's Brady Allmeyer, Ben Hoberty, Braden Miller, Carson Tromke, Will Taylor out there for the Trojans. Tice Cumming, Levi Huffman, Cone, Cheek, and Jones out there for the Wildcats. Huffman gets it off to Cummings. The Trojans have went to his zone. Cheek inside, puts it up and in. A 2-point ball game. He's got 16 now. Hoberty with 10 seconds left. Back to Tromke. Tromke working his way up the floor. Got a time by Coach Shepard with 7 seconds left. It's a timeout by the Trojans. They lead it by 2. We're going to keep it right here. But maybe not. They might be going to a full timeout. Let's see. It will be a full timeout. We'll take a break. 42-40 with 7 seconds left. Trojans up by 2, and they have the ball. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Samway floor covering and furniture. You'll love this store.
The old year-end whistle's about to blow, meaning inventory for Samway. But Darren hates to count.
So for you, that means savings.
Now through the 31st, they're clearing the showroom
and the warehouse.
Save on in-stock carpet up to 30% off. In-stock vinyl up to 40% off. And save 20% off the dining room furniture, living room tables, and lamps. Get to Samway's now because it's all got to go.
Samway floor covering and furniture. You'll love this store.
Local sports on the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network.
True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Ford back here with you along with August Miller and Kinley Springer. Back here at the ball game. 7 seconds left. The Trojans lead it by 2. 42-40, and they have the ball. They got to go three-fourths of the length to the floor. Markel Mackey's came in for Braden Miller here for the Trojans, another ball handler and free throw shooter. They get it into Allmeyer. 6-5. He's going to try to drive it out. He's fouled by Easton Jones with 4.6 left. Easton Jones picks up his third. Allmeyer to the line for a 1-and-1. If he hits them both, the game's pretty much over. The freshman coming to the line. So he has ice water running through them veins right now. 42-40 your score. Allmeyer at the free throw line. The freshman. 4.6 left in the clock. Braden Miller back in for defensive purposes for Mackey. He's got 4 fouls, though. Allmeyer's first one. Swishes it! So the best they can do is tie it now. Allmeyer's first point of the night. This is a huge one right here. If he makes this, it's pretty much game over. There'll be a 4-point lead with 4.6 left. Allmeyer, freshman, drills them both! Jones will inbound it. He gets it, rolls it up the floor. Huffman's going to pick it up. And they're going to have a timeout first by the Wildcats. 4.6 seconds left. The Trojans lead it by 4. Back after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
At Waypoint Bank, you're greeted with a smile. Then they roll up their sleeves to make things work for you. Waypoint Bank has the products and services, rates, and terms that you are looking for, and the friendly, knowledgeable people that you've come to know and trust. You'll find everything you need in a bank at Waypoint Bank, with convenient locations in Cambridge, Cozad, Eustis, Clay Center, and Imperial. Waypoint Bank, member FDIC.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader.
MC Trent Ford back here with you along with August Miller back in the studio. 44-40 your score. Trojans with a 4-point lead, 4.6 left. Maxwell with the ball. They throw it up the floor. Cheek has it. Off to Huffman. He throws it behind him. He's going to get the 3 off, but it's going to be way missed, and it's going to be a rebound by Miller, and that's the ball game. The Trojans hang on. After blowing an 18-point lead, they hang on to win 44-40 over the Maxwell Wildcats. Should still up the number 2 seed on the east side of the RPAC. We're going to take a break. We'll be back here with the Hogemeyer with the Cabelli Physical Therapy postgame show right after this on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
Honeyman Custom Chopping does more than just silage work, such as chopping, bagging, and packing. They do that very well, but Honeyman also specializes in swathing, merging, manure hauling, and grain hauling. Call Honeyman Custom Chopping today for a conversation about pricing and availability for your operation. Call 737-9159. That's 308-737-9159. And see their Facebook page to see some of their work. Honeyman Custom Chopping of Indianola, 308-737-9159.
No matter who you are and where you're going, Mid-Plains is here for you. The differences of our campuses make us stronger. Our shared mission propels us forward. You can't define us as one person, one town, one place. We are many, in pursuit of something bigger, together. With 6 individual campuses supporting a vast and determined region. We are Mid-Plains Community College.
Federal Credit Union. You belong
Get on the road with an auto loan with Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union. We want to be your first stop when buying a vehicle or detour for an already financed vehicle. We offer loans with hard-to-beat interest rates that truly takes you places. Don't just love your car, but love the payments too. Apply on our website at MidwestLibertyFCU.org or zoom into Midwest Liberty, where you belong.
You belong. Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry. Call Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge to book appointments with Dr. Dean Cope or Dr. Lindsay White. Medicine Creek Family Dentistry is still in the same location, same kind and caring faces, and same great quality service. Their phone number is the same too, 308-697-3736. That's 308-697-3736. Cope Family Dentistry is now Medicine Creek Family Dentistry in Cambridge.
Your local sports authority is the HFRSN.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florin back here with you, along with August Miller back at the studios. This is your Corbelli Physical Therapy post-game show. Corbelli Physical Therapy, located in downtown Cambridge, specializes in surgical rehabilitation, sports injuries, and chronic pain. Come in and ask about dry needling, a powerful therapy intervention used to restore movement impairment and restore function. They're committed to serving the area with high-quality and affordable health care. Your hometown experts in pain management and rehabilitation. That's Corbelli Physical Therapy in downtown Cambridge. Once again, final score here tonight in the boys' action. The Trojans, after being up 30-12, have to hold on. Maxwell came back, had the game tied twice, but the Trojans hold on, get the win, 44-40. Let's give you the stats for the ball game. First of all, for the Wildcats, Ty Robinson had 2 points. Man, that's big for him to only have 2 because he's been really shooting the ball well for him. Easton Jones with 5. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Levi Huffman had 17. He was 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. And Taylor Cheek with 16. He went 6 of 11 from the free throw line. They go 11 of 20 in the ball game for 55%. The Trojans tonight, Carson Tromke with 12 points. Only 1 in the second half, though. He had 11 in the first half. He went 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Will Taylor with 13. He went 0 of 1 from the charity stripe. Ben Hoberty with 17 tonight. Season high, maybe a career high for that. And he went 2 of 4 from the free throw line. Brady Allmeyer did not score until the last 4 seconds of the game. Hits 2 clutch free throws. Goes 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Trojans go 5 of 10, 50% here in the ball game. Quarter-wise, they won the first quarter 18-7, second quarter 12-5. They led it 30-12 at the half. Could only muster up 2 points in the third quarter. Just could not had a lot of good open shots, just could not get them to go. It was 32-23. The Trojans led it going into the fourth quarter. Maxwell would outscore them 17-12 in the fourth, but the Trojans hang on to get the win, 44-40. Our Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game, well, it's got to be Ben Hoberty. He led the team in scoring, and pretty much put that team on his back there in the second half to get this win. And we're going to go with Will Taylor as our other one. Excuse me, Will Taylor with 13 points. I believe the last 3 out of the 4 games has been in double figures. So Will Taylor with 13 tonight, 0 of 1 from the free throw line for the Trojans. So Ben Hoberty, Will Taylor be the Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game. Join good friends for good food at Amateurs Bar and Grill on the highway in Cambridge. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll have Coach Clay Shepard with us right after this on True Country Radio 102.1 KZMC.
You don't have to wait in line for your prescription and over-the-counter medications. Stop by Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge today, and you'll see the difference. Whether you have a new prescription, need a refill, or would like to transfer your prescription, you will be in and out in minutes with your prescription in hand and your mind at ease. We also offer free daily deliveries to many local areas. If you would like more information about how Mark's Pharmacy can save you time and money, feel free to give us a call at 697-3400. Mark's Pharmacy in Cambridge. Like us on Facebook today.
Cross Creek Golf Links is now on their winter rates. $20 will get you all the golf that you can play, and that includes the cards. They also have set their new membership rates for the 2023 season. Call the clubhouse today at 308-697-4768 to get a quote on 2023 membership and green fees. They still have the lowest rates around. Cross Creek Golf Links, your jewel of the Southwest.
Southwest Nebraska's sports leader is the HFRSN.
Radio 102.1 KZMC. Trent Florin back here with you along with Clay Shepard. This is your Corbelli Physical Therapy post-game show. Corbelli Physical Therapy, located in downtown Cambridge, specializes in sports injuries and chronic pain. Come in and ask about dry needling, a powerful therapy intervention used to restore movement impairment and restore function. They're committed to serving the area with high quality and affordable health care. Your hometown experts in pain management and rehabilitation. That's Corbelli Physical Therapy in downtown Cambridge. I'm Trent Flore. I'm joined now by Cambridge Trojan head coach Clay Shepard. And, Coach, we're talking off air there. The game, kind of what you thought final score-wise. I expect a little bit bigger win, but how you got there was not the way you expected that to happen.
Oh, holy smokes. If you had told me we would make 9 threes and we would win by 4, I would have said, yep, that's kind of what I expect. I figured it'd be a close game either way. I figured, with them playing zone, we were going to have to make some threes, but I don't think I ever would have believed hitting 8 threes in the first half, and I don't think I ever would have believed blowing an 18-point lead at half, and then having to make some plays down the stretch there to finish it. But we as coaches, we didn't put him in great spots there in the second half. We probably kept Carson in the corner too long, didn't let him create, and then kind of realized the error right there when it got tied up and switched them, and then Ben finished those 2 big buckets down low. That was huge. But I really thought the defense was there all night. I thought our bigs battled Cheek. He's a really good player.
Yes.
He's about as good a post player as we've played against, outside of the All-State guys that we've played against. And, Brody battled him as long as he could. And then when he fouled out, Braden went in there and battled him. And, we got stuck behind him a couple times. And Huffman got loose for a couple layups. But, to hold a team like that to 40 points is a pretty good accomplishment. They're very talented, and they can put the ball in the hoop. But, yeah, just really proud of the way the boys battled. It truly was a battle there at the end. But they just kept their heads. They kept their cool. Brady and Carson did a great job handling the ball. Ben did a great job finishing inside. Will had a big first half. We all hit threes. So just really, really proud of the guys. It's been quite a journey. We were talking in the locker room, after that Ravenna game with, 5-game losing streak, and kind of wondering, okay, where's this season going to go? Are we going to lose the guys? And they just came back and started working even harder after the moratorium. And, now all of a sudden we're on a 4-game winning streak. We got the 2 seed in the RPAC, and we're above 500, and it's pretty cool just to see them stay the course and see them continue to work super, super hard. And, I think we've had more kids in the gym in the last week than we had all year. And so they just continue to see the results, and as that happens, they want to keep getting in there and keep working hard. Well,
like you said, the Cheek kid, he would get the ball down low, and I don't know. I mean, he kind of used his body banging around pretty good right there. I don't know if maybe if Brody or Braden hits the floor maybe once or twice, they maybe get a charge right there, because he was really banging in there a few times.
Yeah, no doubt. And, they're both strong kids. They don't like to fall down. No. But, yeah, no, that's exactly right, though. I mean, he was just making strong moves, and, if they take one in the chest one time and fall down, they maybe could have got a charge. We needed to do a better job helping off our guards, and it's something we should have worked on this week in practice. But, we were focused on last night's game, and if we played him again, we would do some things different against him. But still held him to 40 points. Yes, even with him, having a big game, and Huffman having a big game, we just found a way to hold him down. And
well, they were the only 2 that really scored against you. Nobody else. The next 2 people had 2 points apiece. So
yeah. But just so proud of these guys, and they're battling. Man, it's just fun to watch every game. They understand our offense is going to come and go with as many threes as we shoot, and our defense has to be a constant. Coming into the year, we talked about that, and we said, the Warriors were kind of the Golden State Warriors' first NBA team to be able to win a championship being a jump shooting team. And right. Coach Wood and us two pointed out to them that how they did that was they also had the number 1 defense in the league. And so if you're going to be a jump shooting team, you're going to have to play solid defense, and that's something that they've really bought into, and it's really showing in these close games.
Well, Ben Hoverty, I don't know if you can say he probably had his best game of the season. This kid, plays a great first half, but then the second half when you couldn't get going, he just all of a sudden says, hey, I'm going to put this team back. I'm going to score some points. We're going to get this win. And he pretty much in the late third quarter, early fourth quarter, or maybe the whole fourth quarter, he just put the team on his back and really decided this game for you guys. Yeah,
I've kind of been debating whether I need to talk to him a little bit, because he hasn't been scoring as much lately. He had 4 and 5 in the last 2 games, and he had been right around 10, kind of around Christmas. And I just decided, Ben's going to play how Ben's going to play. And when shots are going in, he's going to score a lot of points. And when they aren't, he's going to do a lot of little things that help us win anyway.
Oh, yeah.
He's had double-digit rebounds the last 2 games. And, I just knew the breakout was coming, and we didn't need to talk about it. He knew it. He's been in the gym. He's getting shots up. He's feeling confident with that shot. It's looking good. But he's also, probably, him and Will, our best two attackers, getting all the way to the basket and finishing. And that was the key there. We started settling for some, 8-10 footers instead of getting all the way to the rim. And Carson found him on those two kind of diagonal passes, and he just attacked right into that guy's chest and finished. And he just had a big time game. I mean, that's really cool. He puts in a lot of unseen hours, and he just works really hard at his game, and works hard at everything he does, and it's nice to see it pay off for a kid like that.
And look at now, probably the number 2 seed in the RPAC with the win today. I mean, I think that's kind of sealed up, isn't it?
I believe so, unless I'm missing something. We'll be, Alma will obviously be number 1. They're playing some really high ball right now, high level ball. But I think we'll be the only other team with winning records. I believe we'll be the 2 seed. And
then you play probably Medicine Valley, I think, and they're struggling a little bit. But it's going to be a game just like the last 2 nights. I mean, you're going to have to come to play just like you have, and if you play well, you can probably win. But if you don't, I mean, they're going to be right in the ball game.
Yeah, as we've seen, even when they were playing Arapahoe, when they played Alma, it's truly 1 through 7 in the RPAC East. Every game is a battle, and aside from our game with Southern Valley, they've pretty much all been single-digit games. I think Alma got Med Valley by 12, but just every game is a battle, and we're going to have to kind of flip into that mode where if we can battle hard for 2, 3 straight games when the conference tournament rolls around, you never know what's going to happen. Yes. We talked at the start of the season about just the RPAC East is kind of our measuring stick. Those are the teams that are around us. Those are the guys we see all the time. Those are what we want to be measured against, and we want to measure up really well against them.
Thursday, DCS coming to town. Your final game before the RPAC tournament. Out of your last 6 games, it's your only loss. Talk to us about DCS. This is a game you guys can win if you go play. I really believe that.
Yeah, no, we're gonna have to play our best game of the year, no doubt about that. They're really talented. Those freshmen just keep coming along. Kind of like ours. I mean, ours are playing better as the year's going on as well. But they just have a ton of talent, ton of athleticism. Same scouting report it's been for, I'm sure, 20 years, at least 3, I know. But if we can break the press like we did last time, we just got to handle the ball in the half court a little bit better, get more shots up than they do. That's always a big key against a team like that. If you can, have maybe equal turnovers as them, and then maybe get a few extra offensive rebounds and give yourself some more shots. And then, we're going to have to shoot the ball well. They pressure a little bit more on defense, so the lane, might be a little bit more open as we attack. But then we got to have hands and feet ready. We got to make a few shots. If we could shoot like we did in the first quarter tonight, that would sure help. It'd help in every game, but especially next Thursday night.
Well, Coach, thanks for taking the time to come up and talk to us. Great win tonight, and let's go get another one next Thursday.
Thanks, Trent.
That was Cambridge Trojan head coach Clay Shepard. We're going to take a quick break, and when the Taco John's pregame show continues, when we come back with more high school basketball on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
When you think internet, think Pinpoint. For fiber to the home, think Pinpoint. When you want streaming backed by quality internet, think Pinpoint. Pinpoint Communications has the tools to keep you happy while streaming, gaming, video chatting, working from home, and more. Look, when you want faster speed for an affordable investment, think Pinpoint. Pinpoint Communications. Online at pnpt.com.
Amateurs Bar and Grill in Cambridge has an excellent selection of all your favorite foods. From burgers to pizza, you'll be able to find something that satisfies your taste buds. Bring out your entire family or challenge your buddies to a friendly game of pool while throwing back some cold ones. Keep your eye out for daily lunch and dinner specials. Amateurs Bar and Grill, 602 Paxton Street in Cambridge, or give them a call at 697-4808.
The most coverage lives here.
True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC. Grant Warren back here with you, along with August Miller back in the studio. Final scores once again tonight. The Trojans get the sweep over Maxwell. The girls win in pretty big fashion tonight. They won 72-35 over the Wildcats. Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game were Lily and Sayre. First time she's really gotten any playing time as well. I think it was the first time she got any playing time varsity-wise this season because she's been out with a broken ankle or foot or some type of foot injury. So she got in tonight, got 5 points, and then Erin Johnson, is career-high 19 points tonight for her. So, those two players doing really well. The Trojans win at 72-35. And for the boys, they blew a big halftime lead, but they held on to win 34-40. Will Taylor and Ben Hoberty. Ben Hoberty, I believe, a career high 17 points tonight. Definitely a season high 17 points, and I believe a career high 17. Will Taylor added 13 for the Trojans as they hold on to win 44-40. So Will Taylor, Ben Hoberty, the boys players of the game, and Lillian Sayre and Aaron Johnson, the girls, Amateurs Bar and Grill players of the game. Join good friends for good food at Amateurs Bar and Grill on the highway in Cambridge. 32-28, Medicine Valley and Mullen. I believe Mullen must have won that because the text came in and said bad ending. So they must have, Mullen must have beat Medicine Valley tonight, but a very close ball game there. Medicine Valley's been playing a lot of close ball games, and that's who it looks like the Trojans will have in the opening round of the RPAC tournament, both boys and girls, next Saturday. We'll have times and all that for you as soon as the bracket is released, the official bracket. These are all speculations right now of who they're playing and what seed the Trojans are going to be, but it's kind of looking like that's the way it's going to be set up. So we'll let you know as soon as the brackets come out. You can see them on the Trojan Facebook page. You can also see it on our Hometown Family Radio Facebook page. Seth will get them on there, both east and west side. First round will be at Alma next Saturday. Like I said, we'll let you know times and opponents as that comes in. We're going to wrap things up today for all the folks at Hometown Family Radio and for August Miller back at the studio. Just doing a wonderful job this year. I'm so proud of the way she does things and just happy with, just overall happy with everything she does back there, keeping me on the air. I'm Trent Florham saying thank you for listening to high school basketball here on True Country Radio, 102.1 KZMC.
The proceeding has been a presentation of the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network. Any use of this broadcast without the written permission of Hometown Family Radio is prohibited. Coverage on the Hometown Family Radio Sports Network has been brought to you by
Acres Equipment of McCook, Amateurs Bar and Grill, Brynig Truck and Trailer, Cambridge Telephone, Channel Seeds, Andrew Carpenter, Community Hospital, Crabelli Physical Therapy, Cross Creek Golf Links, Doyle Auto Repair in McCook, First Central Bank, First State Insurance of Cambridge, Foster Sales, Hilltop Seeds, Callie Nelms, Hitch and Hay Public Transit, Hogemeyer Seeds, Honeyman Custom Harvesting, Huxell Seeds, Lifetime Eye Care, Lockenauer Jones Mortuary, Mark's Pharmacy and Shirley Case Coffee Shop, Medicine Creek Family Dentistry, Mid-Plains Community College, Midwest Liberty Federal Credit Union, M&B Bank, NC Plus Hybrids, Marty Schaefer, Nebraska Corn Processing, Pinpoint Communications, Quality Urgent Care, River Valley Services, Runza Restaurant, Samway Floor Covering and Furniture, Southwest Farm and Auto, Stockman's Bank, Taco John's, Tri-Valley Health System, Tri-Valley Medical Foundation, Tromke Construction, Valmont Irrigation, Waypoint Bank of Cambridge, Webb's Oil Field Service,